You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him. No one can do it better.
That's what I was looking for.
Right here.
Talk to me. Say something.
Join some.
Tell me a little bit right here.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Stargell's World. I'm your host, the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to yell out what's real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last. After they made me, they brought
Shit.
Want to give a birthday shout out to everybody whose birthday today, December the 1st. It's the first of the month. Captain Jackson, come on. Y'all know the song. Y'all know that's the anthem for the first of the month. And want to give a shout out to everybody whose birthday, everybody all around the world, all across the country, the state of Georgia, every city in Georgia, and mainly the Atlanta area.
Tell me what's really going on.
Now that's cool. I can tell you that. But I wanted to talk about the Falcons, but I said enough yesterday on yesterday's show. So what I'm gonna do today, well, I never get enough of talking about. This background kid to me, this is my brother. Same daddy, different mom. He was a year older than me. Passed away on this day, December the 1st, 2008. Man, that was, a bride like 5 days before that just had lost a niece. And that was a double whammy for me that year. But this right here, I held my composure as much as I could at his graveside service. But it got to me so bad, it took my sister and my wife at the time to really calm me down, because that really had helped me up during that moment. But hey, that's life. Now I realize that now it's okay to be hurt, but being depressed about it, that's not gonna bring him back. But hey, his spirit do live on with me, because I will say this. Before he left this earth, I'm glad I had the time, the chance and the time to really kick it with him, because my oldest brother had asked me, was he back on drugs or what? I said, no, none of that. I said, he's seeking God more than ever. He said, you would know, because you kicked it with him. Yes, I did. And I'm glad I got a chance to do that. He said, my oldest brother told me, you always had that gift to keep the brothers together. I said, man, I tried. I said, somebody had to do it. He said, you and Calvin. I said, yeah. He said, mainly you. I said, well, I got to give Calvin his props too. Yeah, and I got to give him his props. Calvin was the one that kept us tighter than Polygrip, though. But that's why I love it. That's why me and Calvin, we've been close ever since all the brothers was close. But for some reason, my brother Calvin was more closer to me. He was that same brother that used to have me telling them nasty jokes when we were kids and shit. Yeah, that same one. But I'm not gonna say that's a bad thing. Basically, it was a groovy thing, because he got a kick out of it, and I was glad to put a smile on his face, for real. So I didn't have no problem with it. Of course, I'm gonna talk shit about it. Hey, that's my brother. But hey, rather him to do it. Cause guess what? They say your family, your friends are your worst critic. And believe me, if my brother, if both of them didn't think I was just crazy, I had them laughing. And both of them did tell me I should have been on stage. I said, no. I said, no can do it. I said, I'll sing on stage before I get on there and tell jokes. And he was like, why you can't tell jokes? He said, I said, singing is what I do. He said, I know all that. He said, but you funny as hell though. I said, I ain't trying to be funny for no living. I said, I ain't really trying to sing for a living. I said, when I'm singing for God. I ain't out there singing for millions and millions and millions of people, whether they watching on TV, live performance or whatnot. Excuse me, y'all, I had to get some of that good issue. Oh, yeah, but I'm not gonna, I told them the reason why I didn't want to get involved in that mess. I heard some stories. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't say where the industry. A lot of people look.
Talk to me, say something.
Even in the gospel industry. Sad, but it's true. I mean, look, with all this technology, social media, internet, boy, they dig up more dirt than anything, and a lot of it still don't even be true. I just want to get it off my chest because that's something I just had to say. But back to my brother, even though he stayed in a whole lot of trouble when we were kids and shit, but guess what? He loved, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, he loved his brother. He loved his brothers. Yes, he did. I mean, he just stayed in trouble. We would have, if he didn't stay in trouble so much, all of us would have been a whole lot closer. I mean, we were close when we were kids. Hell yeah. But as we got grown later on in life, I know everybody was doing their thing, but my brother, he was doing his thing. He did some time in the joint. Nothing to be proud of because I cried every day about that for real. I mean, that really depressed me to hear about some shit like that, about especially your own family members, whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, uncle, aunt, whoever. I mean, hell, don't nobody want that, but everybody got one of them in their families.
Talk to me, say something.
And yeah, y'all know I'm telling the truth. But like I said, when he passed on, like I said, I'm glad I got a chance to kick it with him, but that graveside service, it hurt. Yeah, I mean, it still gets to me sometimes because I still think about it when they lowered that casket down in the ground. That really, really helped me up during that time. But like I said, we got the same daddy. Real. Papa was a rolling stone. Whole lot of women ain't gonna know what to do now that the motherfucker gone. And y'all know that's the truth, though. Y'all know that's the truth. But I did it my way. I mean, I know they say wherever he laid his hat was his home. But like I said, that song Papa, like I told my brother before he passed, they made that song Papa was a Rolling Stone. But in reality, they should have called it Daddy Was a Hoe.
Talk to me, say something.
I'll let you hear that.
Come a little bit right here.
Y'all know that's the truth.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, because believe it or not, I'm just gonna say this right here. The reason why they didn't do it because they knew that when they got no radio play, and the LCC and the time, they were serious as cockroaches with us when it came to our music. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to tell you, before I close this out, I ain't trying to change the subject, but I got to say this too about the LCC. We can play something what y'all be playing, what they be playing. And look, just to say this too, I'm not racist. And I'm not trying to put nobody down, but I'm just gonna tell you, I'm just gonna speak the facts. I don't have nothing against nobody, but I got a whole lot against racists. Don't get it twisted. Know the difference.
Talk to me, say something.
But when they used to play, when they used to play rock or whatever, and they said a bad word on the radio, they didn't bleep it out. But let one of our people do it. Oh, they want to raise more hell than Satan.
I'm a little bit right here.
And y'all know I'm telling the damn truth. But I just wanted to get that off my chest because that's something that really need to be known. This racism bullshit has got to stop. Why can't we come together and on one accord? Because a lot of them don't know the true meaning or the definition of the word.
Talk to me, say something. Bit right here.
But just want to get that on my chest, but I'm about to close out. Rest in power, my brother. I know it's been since 2008, but I still miss you every day. Now I'm about to shut it down, shut it down. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in, check out and watch this episode of Stargell's World with the bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, not afraid to yell out what's real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last, cause after they made me, they got the mama.
That's what I'm looking for.
And those who haven't subscribed, if you find it in your heart and feel it in your depths of your soul, please be so kind to hit the like and subscription bell. I really would appreciate that. Live chat is always open and available, and guests are welcome. Or you can just leave your comments on the live chat. And while it's in my mind, Naturally High Less Sober will be live streaming at 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Standard Time tonight on YouTube. Tomorrow it'll live stream at 11 a.m. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Thursday, 6 p.m. Friday, 7:15 p.m. Just thought I'd let y'all know. And y'all know when I come on Stargell's World, y'all know I come through and y'all know I don't accept Tuesday, I'll be on a little later. But I'll give y'all the time tonight when I go to Natural High Less Sober. So until 6:45, have a good day today, a better day tomorrow, and a prosperous week to come. God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good, and y'all take care of yourselves and each other.
See ya.
And I ain't trying to be.
Get your ass.